Bristleworms are a controversial pest in the hobby. Here's my take on them. So in general, nobody likes to put their hand in the tank and get stung with one of these. I hate it when my hand swells up from these, but in general, I don't worry about bristleworms too much. Now, if you're not taking care of your tank and you're starting to get a lot of detritus in the aquarium, the bristleworm population will explode, and that's where it becomes a serious problem because they get large, they may irritate your fish and coral. Now, typically for me in my personal aquariums, I take out so much detritus when I do water changes and I keep the tank fairly clean that we don't really run into big bristleworm populations in our display tank. So if you've got your aquarium and you're maybe seeing 1 or 2 bristleworms here or there, and they're not huge, they're really just kind of cleanup crew at that point. Now, where it becomes a problem is when you have big detritus pools and you start to get these giant bristleworms. This is because they get larger and their spines can do more damage to your coral and fish. And if you're seeing a ton of bristleworms, it doesn't just mean you have a bristleworm problem, it means you have a waste export problem, which can actually do damage to your water chemistry as a whole. So in general, I've been able to look at our bristleworm population in an aquarium and be able to tell kind of the health of the tank as a whole, because a lot of bristleworms means a lot of detritus. A lot of detritus will actually do damage to your alkalinity and pH in the aquarium. Now, if you're trying to get rid of your bristleworm population, there's 3 things you can do. The first thing you can do is get in there with feeding tongs and try to pull them out, especially if they're large. That's been one of the most effective versions of doing this. Get those big ones out there so they don't breed. The next one's gonna be decreasing the detritus in the aquarium. This is their primary food source. So add some more water flow to the tank and get in there during your water changes and pull all the detritus out. And the last thing is for control of small bristleworms, you can keep an arrow crab. I hope this helps you and make sure to follow Aquarium Arts.